All right, folks, buckle up. Today we're diving into one of the coolest, most legendary car films of all time, Bullitt. And we've got some wild behind-the-scenes, true or false moments you probably didn't know. Did Steve McQueen want to do all his own stunts? But they wouldn't let him. Is the racetrack used for practice? Was World War II naval airfield? Did Steve McQueen pulled out James Dean body from his fatal crash? Was there 4 cars used and we're all scrap at the end? Did the majority of men change their wardrobe after this movie? True. Steve McQueen was famous for being front and center, especially when it came to his stunts. He worked hard to prove himself and insisted on doing most of them. But for Bullitt, the studio held him back a little, though not much. True, Cotati Raceway was California race venue of the 1950s and 1960s. The track was located 45 miles north of San Francisco and was an abandoned World War II naval airfield. The track layout of 1.9 miles utilized 3 of the 4 legs of the X-shaped airfield. Side note, Steve McQueen rented the entire Cotati track during the filming of Bullitt in 1968 for practicing. The first race was in May 1957 with Carroll Shelby, the winner in a 4.9 Ferrari. The track continued in the 1960s, but it became Sears Point International Raceway, opened in early 1969. It was finally closed and purchased by a real estate developer in 1972. False for McQueen, it's Bill Hickman who played the hitman driving the Charger, had more experience than any stunt driver in this movie. Also a friend of actor James Dean, he was with him on the day of his fatal crash in September 1955. He was driving Dean's station wagon and his trailer, Will Dean Just Change, his 1954 356 Porsche Super Speedster for a 1955 550 Porsche Spyder. Little Bastard on the side, which was the nickname James Dean had famously given for the car. It's Bill Hackman who pulled James Dean from the wreckage. George Barris sold the engine and parts of the chassis to 2 Porsche 550 owners. While racing against one another in cars that had parts from the Little Bastard, both men crashed. One of them hit a tree and died instantly, while the other one almost died. False. The 4 cars. Bullitt car, 1968. Ford Mustang GT2, 390 Fastback and the villain Bill Hackman. 1968 Dodge Charger 440 Magnum. At that time, the Charger on the quarter miles was 13.6 and the Mustang 13.8 seconds. 2 Chargers and 2 Mustang were provided by the ownership directly. After filming, both Dodge Charger and 1 Ford Mustang was scrapped. Oh, that car has a story. The Mustang that survived was purchased by Warner Brothers employee. After the film was wrapped, the car ended up to Robert Kiernan, a detective, in New Jersey, was driven daily until it was parked for mechanical problem in 1980. McQueen searched for the car and finally tried to buy it back in 1977. Even offered to buy them a similar Mustang for the owner family, but got refused. They paid the car in 1974, $3,500. It was even brought on stage in 2018 to promote the 2019 Bullitt Mustang. Recently at the auction, it was sold by the owner's previous son. It went for a jaw-dropping $3.4 million to an anonymous buyer in Florida. And one more thing, fashion. True, Bullitt changed men's fashion forever. After the film, Steve McQueen's iconic look for his wardrobe with suede brown boots, moss wool charcoal gray pants, is a Custom Club 92 trench coat, navy blue turtleneck, and brown jacket with elbow patches, and not forget his amazing watch, Ben Russ Series 3061. This is why it was massively popular after the film's release and became fashion look for years to come. And please don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment below. Stay tuned for more fascinating movie facts.